On a cold Thursday night in Kansas City, warming it up with some hoops in the Northland. Welcome to Staley High School, the Ivy Game of the Week on Spectrum Sports. And good evening, everyone. I'm Leon Liebel, along with former UMKC star Michael Watson. As tonight on the girls' side of the court, it's the Staley Falcons at home against the Hornets of North Kansas City. And Michael, kind of a contrast here. Two teams, one with experience, that being Staley, and North Kansas City, maybe a little on the young side coming into this game.
Yeah, young, and that can tell a lot when you're out there playing against a really experienced team like Staley. They bring it on both ends of the floor.
And they are led by a senior, though, as we talk about youth on this team. That would be Kylie Estes, who's a leader on this team.
Yeah, Kylie Estes averaging about 11 points a game so far for North Kansas City. The ability to go inside and out for the Hornets. She will have to have a big game if they have a chance here tonight.
And, of course, for Staley, they have so many great returning players, but they are led by this young lady, Lizzie Bame. She can light it up from the outside. She's also a leader, bit of a spark plug for this offense as well.
Yeah, got a chance to see Lizzie this summer on the AAU circuit, and you talk about a player who can just go. She's not the only one on her team. A lot of young players up and coming in the city.
Again, it's Staley girls, the Falcons, against North Kansas City. Tip-off coming up right after this. And welcome back to Staley High School. Leon Liebel along with Michael Watson and our sideline reporter, Dion Clisso. Again, we're bringing you girls basketball action here on Spectrum Sports, Ivy Game of the Week, and it is the Lady Falcons of Staley against the Hornets of North Kansas City. Starting lineup for North Kansas City tonight. We have Kinsey Doolin, a 5'7" sophomore. Leanna Wainett, a 5'4" senior. Kylie Estes, we talked about her as one of the leaders of this team, 5'8" senior. Also, Macy Willman, a 5'7" freshman, and Dee Dee Newton rounds out the top five, the starting five, a 6'1" freshman for North Kansas City. As the lights are off here at Staley High School for the introduction of the starting five for the Staley Falcons. Their head coach is Mike Bennett, and I should mention Jeff Lacey, the head coach of North Kansas City. But the starting five for the Staley Falcons as they are being introduced here with the lights off and the kind of a Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls.
I know, right? I'm ready to go out there right now.
Again, Lizzie Bame will be the leader of this team. The 5'8" senior is in the starting lineup, along with Abe Pickens, a 5'9" junior. Landon Parker, the 5'9" freshman, and Caitlin Davis, 6' senior, and Lauren Holloway, a 6' senior. Staley Falcons 4-2 coming into this game. North Kansas City at 2-5. There's a good look at number 11, Lizzie Bame. Not only a great outside shooter, but a pretty clutch shooter, too. We saw that last winter when we were up here for the 8-10 showcase, and she had a three-pointer with seconds left in the game to beat St. James in that showcase event, and she went on to have a terrific season. Again, the returning conference player of the year. Mentioned Staley 4-2 on the season, placed third at the Liberty North tournament, beat Oak Park 66-14 their last outing on Monday. They could put up some points. Also, they swept North Kansas City last year in a couple games in the regular season, but this season is again the Staley Falcons. They're out there somewhere as the lights are about to come back on. We're ready for the opening tip between Staley and North Kansas City.
I mean, back in my day, if the lights went off, it took 30 minutes for them to warm back up and turn on. So these young ladies, they get the royal treatment. Take a look at Estes right there for North Kansas City.
And again, the opening tip-off as we see for Staley.
That's London Parker.
That's London Parker.
Yeah.
That's the freshman. And tipping center Lauren Holloway, the senior, 6' senior forward in the white, in the green. And North Kansas City will control the tip as Dee Dee Newton jumping center for North Kansas City. And the Hornets will have the first possession here against Like a man-to-man defense by Staley.
Yeah, both teams primarily play a man-to-man. I'll see if North Kansas City switches out to a zone. But Staley, highly ranked, and you'll see why. They really get it done on the defensive end as well.
Hornets very patient against this defense. Their coach Jeff Lacey said they faced some adversity early in the season and trying to get things going. And right now it's a bit of an uphill battle, but it's a young season. Anytime these games before Christmas, you're trying to work some things out.
For sure. You definitely are trying to get your team to understand team principles.
And Leanna Wainett drives in. That's not there. And here come the Falcons. Their first touch of the basketball, and Lizzie Bain will set it up. And this is against a zone defense.
Yeah, I figured we may see a little bit of zone out of North Kansas City. They know the power that the Staley team has on the offensive end. They can score in bunches.
And Bain on that left side, the one-handed pass across the zone. They just kind of playing keep away there. Right side, the three. That's way off the mark and out of bounds. I think that's going to be off North Kansas. No, it's going to be off Staley. It'll be North Kansas City basketball. That attempted three there by Caitlin Davis. Here's a good look at head coach Mike Bennett. And Staley ranked 13th in the Metro this early season. North Kansas City nearly turning the ball over, trying to hang on. They'll set up the offense.
And you see North Kansas City really operating on the perimeter as you have a travel called that time against Macy Willman.
Jeff Lacey, the head coach of North Kansas City. A little frustrated with the early results. Talking to him before this game, but trying to get things back in order.
Staley working against the zone defense. Got to be patient as good defense.
Coming up with the steal. Here come the Hornets trying to push it a little bit, and then the three, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will right back to Staley.
A lot of times you'll see teams just stand outside on their perimeter when they're playing against a zone defense. That last time on the floor, try to get a backdoor cut to London Parker. Just a turnover. Let's see how they attack the zone.
Damon Davis just kind of playing catch across that zone. And that time it's picked up by Kylie Estes with the steal. Good defense there for North Kansas City. No score.
Yeah, she's playing the bottom of that zone, so she's like a free safety down there. She can read those passes, especially the cross-court passes. That time able to pick it off.
And another whistle. I'm going to have a turnover against North Kansas City. Good look at Kinsey Doolin, the 5'7" sophomore. Again, a lot of sophomores, got some freshmen. We saw Macy Willman, freshman, attempt a three moments ago for North Kansas City. Staley with the basketball. A nice little give and go in the lane. Shot's not there, but Ava Pickens is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
That was a good cut off the wing, a little give and go action. Able to get that shot up there. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Ava Pickens, she was on the all-tournament team, the Liberty North tournament, along with Lizzie Bain, and makes that first free throw. And we finally have some points, Michael.
Yeah, we do.
1-0, and we're over 3 minutes into this game. It's a little cold outside, a little cold inside shooting, I guess.
That's what it is. It takes a little while to warm up.
Pickens with the first 2 points of the game from the free throw line, and Staley out to the modest 2-0 lead here as we are in the first quarter, just underway. Kylie Estes in the lane, and that ball nearly picked up. And now Bame's going to, well, she saves it from going out of bounds. Great hustle by Lizzie Bame. She does so much for that basketball team. North Kansas City, though, does retain the possession. Macy Willman out front. Again, the freshman. A little pressure on her. She likes to shoot the three from way out there.
Nice move. Oh, good defense.
And the steal, and Bame comes up with a great hands, and the left-handed layup up the glass and in. And Lizzie Bame has her first 2 points of the game, as it's now 4-0 Staley. And North Kansas City wants a brief timeout here to talk things over.
Well, that time doing a good job of penetrating against the Staley defense, but end up turning the basketball over. We talked about it earlier. Staley will turn defense into offense quick, and that time Bame with the easy finish.
Hey, Dion's down on the sideline with some information for us. Dion?
Well, I talked to Coach Lacey before the game. He said they're really kind of struggling a little bit right now, but they're down 4 starters. But he likes the way his kids are playing, and he knows they've got maybe a little bit of an uphill battle tonight.
Missing a few players here. They've had some adversity early in the season, he said, and kind of a basic fundamental of basketball. He says they're having a little problem just scoring points.
There you go.
He said they played well. They're running things well, playing good defense. They just got to get the ball in the basket. And they do have the opportunity here after coming out of the timeouts.
Well, Staley does a great job of help defense. Estes drives baseline.
Dishes back outside, and that is Leanna Wainett. Seen her a couple times. Strong takes inside the lane, and now Estes, that's into the backcourt. And that'll be an over and back. You know, girls basketball, it wasn't that long ago. It used to be not over and back. You could play the whole court.
Know who's guarding her.
That's one thing I liked about women's college basketball, the quarters instead of the halves.
There's always talk about bringing that into the men's game. It would maybe reduce some of the timeouts. And don't know if that's going to happen or not. There's Bame taking it to the baseline, double team, dishes back out. Well, they really cross over that zone with those skip passes. And the shot, no, Ava Pickens had a notion.
Well, you got to attack that zone in the high post area. Get the defense to commit to playing that post and then kick it or cut right there to London Parker.
Parker wide open and gets the shot to roll.
Yeah, good job out London. Finding the soft spot in that zone, able to get her shot up, and Staley is up 6-0.
Just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeah, the Hornets going to need a bucket soon here. Wellman kills her dribble. Now she's in a bit of trouble. Estes. And good hands there. Good defense again from the Falcons of Staley, knocking that ball out.
Staley making it hard to even get a shot off right now for North Kansas City.
Yeah, they just really active with the hands in the passing lanes. There's a good look at Lizzie Bame. As now coming into the game, North Kansas City are coming out of the game right there is Kinsey Doolin. Estes will try to inbound it on the near sideline here, and that one is picked up. And not there. The layup attempt, but Bame there for the rebound. Bame, the three, the lefty, a little too short. Another offensive rebound, and another three-point attempt. That one too hard from Ava Pickens. And finally, the Hornets of North Kansas City come up with the rebound and go the other way.
Yeah, Dee Newton right there with that big rebound for North Kansas City. Only a freshman, has so much length.
Staley, and that really pressuring the ball out front is Wellman, who likes to shoot the three, but she's not getting many opportunities to even look at the basket. Nice pass inside. And the turnaround from Dee Newton. And again, Staley's defense is just terrific.
Yeah, great defense, but great move that time also by Dee Newton. Little up and under, just unable to get it to go. Then stays with to get her own rebound and draws the foul.
Yeah, Caitlin Davis for Staley got her hands in on the ball there a couple times. As North Kansas City will throw it in on the baseline. Newton and back out to. And they try to get to Estes, and that's off somebody's foot. It's off Estes, and it's going to be Staley basketball.
Hey, move it. Let's go.
In Bame will bring it up, try to attack that zone. That zone's really packed in there a little bit, too.
It is daring you to shoot, but we've seen a few times that middle of the zone is wide open if you're able to get it there.
Kind of floating those passes across that zone.
There you go.
Nice turnaround. London Parker, second field goal of the game. 4 points for her. And Now it's 8-0 Staley.
Yeah, you see London flashing in from the weak side and to her strong hand, left hand. That's her second bucket so far.
North Kansas City still looking for its first points. Wellman hits the three. That's a huge three-pointer.
Yeah, big shot, but great job penetrating and kicking on the baseline. You're taught that in practice. Their teammate drives baseline. You go to the lowest point as well. That time able to knock it down.
Again, Macy Wellman, she's only a freshman, and she can shoot the three. Staley's done a great job of pressuring her out front. That time she got open and she connected. And now we have a turnover against Staley as that pass knocked away, and it goes off Bame out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, Leanna Wayne at that time. Good job of tipping that out of bounds, and watch the penetration in the kick outside to Macy Willman, who knocks it down and put North Kansas City on the board.
Yeah, that was Leanna Waynett who had the assist there. There she is driving in, and she's had a couple good takes inside. They just weren't able to convert the bucket, but that time they finally do, as we have the 30-second timeout called by Staley. Michael Bennett, the head coach. There's Jeff Lacey, though. He's got to be happy with the last two possessions, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, getting it going and doing it from the defensive end. You got to be able to stop this Staley team from running away with it. And it's a good job to take a look at coach for Staley, Coach Bennett. Have to be happy, though. Up 8-3 right now, and you're not playing your best. So it's another level that this team can go to.
He's a coach. He's probably hoping for a shutout here in the first quarter. It kind of looked like that for a second until that three-pointer. Now let's see if North Kansas City can get some more points on the board. Macy Willman will bring it up. Again, a freshman, and she's got a great future. Wayne at double teamed. Again, she splits it, gets it to Estes in the lane, and she is fouled. No.
Called for a 3-second,
wow.
I think.
She got hit in the eye, too. North Kansas City thought they perhaps had a foul in the play, but not there. The 3 seconds call before any contact. And
oh, wow.
Maine got her just and poked her in the eye. That could have gone either way, a 3-second or a foul. Meanwhile, Staley's got the basketball. Parker, who's got 4 points in the game. Burke at Pickens, who had a that pass at the stand, and now we got a traveling call against Staley. Lauren Holloway came down with that ball after it hit the basket. And so, North Kansas City down by 5, 8-3. Just a little over 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Rolling the ball down the court to keep that clock stopped. Willman out front. Parker all over her. Now double teamed. Estes. Newton, the three. Nothing there, and that's the end of the first quarter of play here at Staley High School. Staley Falcons leading North Kansas City 8-3. Second quarter coming your way right after this. And back at Staley High School, Staley Falcon girls leading North Kansas City 8-3 as we see the Staley team still on the in the huddle here as the first quarter has ended. Fans, and we got quite a contrast in hairstyles there with the referee and the young man behind him. Hey, he might give some of the guy in front of you, dude.
That's the progression in life, right? You got a little hair, you grow it out, and then you get older, and you just lose it. It happens. It happens.
Second quarter underway. Staley with the basketball in the 8-3 lead. In that zone defense, North Kansas City has stayed in that the entire game. And now, Willman nearly comes up with a steal, nearly intercepted and goes out of bounds.
Well, even if you're in a zone, you're still playing the man in your area, and they're doing a great job of getting out, playing the passing lanes. We've seen a couple of steals in that first quarter for North Kansas City.
Staley likes to really use the skip pass against this zone, which at one time seemed taboo against a zone defense, but they continue to cross over.
Yeah, they go from a 2-3 to a 2-1-2. There's Newton in the middle right there, and Darren Staley to shoot from the outside.
And there's another three that misses everything, and that ball goes out of bounds, and it will be North Kansas City basketball. By the way, Addie Hotchkiss now into the game for Staley, her first action. She's a 5'7" junior. North Kansas City down by 5. Seems like that's a bigger advantage than it actually is.
Yeah, we only
two-possession game.
North Kansas City only had a few actual attempts at the basket. Now pressure out top as she steps on the sideline.
And that is something Staley has done so well in this game, and perhaps that's why that lead seems bigger than it is, because of the defensive pressure they've really put on this Hornet team.
Yeah, good job. There's London Parker out top for Staley against Estes. Coming up, causing that turnover at the top.
Yeah, great team defense that time by the Falcons. They now have the basketball. And left side wing there is Caitlin Davis. Now they go to the right.
Good ball movement, but just not getting good shots. North Kansas City doing a great job defensively as they have their own trap down low. They've taken away that middle of the zone where London Park was able to get a couple of buckets early. North Kansas City is kind of adjusted, and again, daring Staley to shoot from the outside.
And here's a three. It's a little too hard, and the rebound comes down to Newton for North Kansas City, and she outlets it to Jocelyn Timmermeyer, who's now in the game, 5'6" freshman. Another freshman on this North Kansas City team. Macy Willman going to bring it back to the, well, now to the right side, and Leanna Wainett.
A lot of these
Dee Newton.
A lot of these girls play on the same summer teams throughout the city, so they play with each other and against each other all summer long.
Kylie Estes with the basketball. Estes has been very active. It seems like she's, every time she gets her hands on the ball, though, there's somebody in her face, maybe even double teamed often. And this time the pass goes out of bounds, and that's going to be turnover against North Kansas City. Macy Willman trying to make something happen there. No scoring yet. Again, in this second quarter, we didn't have any scoring for over 3 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, taking both teams some time to warm up. I think the zone is really bothering Staley. Still trying to figure it out because it's a matchup zone, essentially, and they've yet to kind of figure it out. You'd like to see teams still be able to penetrate, not just settle for the outside shots.
Yeah, a little jump pull up there from Pickens, and it's not there too hard. And the foul on the rebound, that's going to go against Lizzie Bain.
I mean, well, if you're Coach Lacey for North Kansas City, take a look right here. Good job of boxing out by Estes and going up and get it. And Bain over the back and gets called for the foul. That's really just a makeup call for when she kind of smacked Estes a little bit earlier and didn't get called for it. It always evens out.
The expression on her face, I don't think she agreed with the call. Here's Willman from way outside. Got it. She got open. It wasn't there. It was a good look. Newton on the strong rebound and the follow, and she is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. That foul was against Lauren Holloway. So Dee Newton doing a nice job on the boards.
Yeah, you gotta love the activity of this young freshman, 6'1", and she's long and active around the glass.
And Dee Newton, and yet another freshman on this team, and this is the front end of the two-shot foul. Once again, 8-3. Staley on top. That's the score at the end of the first quarter. Nobody's got on the board yet here in the second quarter. And that's just in and out twice.
Man, hit every part of the rim.
And the Falcons again against that zone defense. And really working that baseline and trying to dish back out, and they do, and that's Pickens at the three. Not there, but the offensive rebound. Parker, and now another three from way outside, and they got it. Caitlin Davis with the three.
That's good ball movement that time. Getting the zone to shift side to side, and you catch those top two players out of position. That time Davis knocking it down from the top of the key.
Her first points of the game, the first points here in the second quarter from either team as Newton inside, and she has just had tough luck. Free throw we saw in and out. Now that one just spinning off the rim. Let's go back and look at that three.
Well, good job that time. London Parker shifting the zone, all eyes on her, and finds a wide open Davis. Defense slow in the rotation, able to knock it down from deep.
And Caitlin Davis, the 6-foot senior, with the three, and she has 3 points, and it's an 11-3 lead now for Staley here in the second quarter, just under 4 minutes to go.
Good pass.
Oh, beautiful pass to Estes, and she can't hit the open shot in the lane. Tough one for the tough break for the Hornets, and then on the other end.
Yeah, it looked like Bame just lost her footing right there on the break. Good look ahead by Parker.
Yeah.
That line will get you every time.
That's a big slide right there. Safe at second.
But it was a perfect slide, too. That was nice. Make sure you don't hurt yourself as well.
Turnover, Staley. Trying to really pressure the young freshman, Macy Willman, out front with the basketball. Again, she has the only points in this game for North Kansas City, a three-pointer in the first quarter. Oh, nice take, but another missed shot. Falcons with the basketball. Caitlin Davis out front. Ava Pickens, Parker. London Parker. She's going to take that three, the lefty, the high arching shot, a little too deep. Rebound comes down to North Kansas City. Here come the Hornets. Now they'll back it out. Macy Willman. And Estes with another nice take, but they can't get the shot, but she gets the offensive rebound. And now a near steal and saved by Caitlin Davis.
Good hustle.
Wow, right into the scores table.
And Estes is getting good looks at the rim, just coming up short, either too strong or too short on her shots, but doing a good job of getting to the rim. There's another near steal out top.
I know coaches always have those charts. You get that.
Those deflections,
yeah. And they got a lot of them on this team. There's Mike Bennett, the head coach of Staley. He's got to love the way his team has played defensively. Kylie Estes again, who's just struggled to get the ball in the basket. She's had some good takes, good looks, and we've got a turnover against North Kansas City.
Yeah, just dragging that pivot foot.
Yeah, that was Kinsey Doolin, the 5'7", another young player, a sophomore. Staley with an 8-point advantage now as we are nearing the 2-minute mark in the first half of this game. Caitlin Davis on that left side wing. Ava Pickens, she's putting it to the floor. Wow, she splits the D. Nice take. And she's fouled on the way to the hoop. She'll shoot two.
Well, a lot of times teams will settle for that outside jump shot. That time Davis puts it on the floor, gets to the rim. I'm sorry, Pickens puts it on the floor and gets to the rim and draws that foul.
And Ava Pickens, one of the two top returning players for the Staley team. Hits that first free throw. And Staley continues to stretch its advantage now, 12-3 here in the second quarter. Pretty confident at the free throw line.
As he should be, a great free throw shooter. Staley out to a 9-point lead. North Kansas City struggled early to get some good looks at the rim. Since they've gotten some good looks, just unable to knock them down.
Leanna Waynett back into the game for North Kansas City as Jocelyn Timmermeyer back on the bench. Now another turnover. Here comes Lizzie Bame. Bame's going to take it, and a little contact there, but no call. Kisses it off the glass and in.
Yeah, I thought Waynett got back in position, but good job by Bame, I'm sorry, holding up, not breaking the contact, and didn't get the call.
The little floater from Willman, not there. Nice look. Here comes London Parker for Staley. Lizzie Bame, by the way, it's now 4 points after that last bucket. Here's a three from way outside. Caitlin Davis.
Davis's second three-pointer of the quarter, and good job by Staley, starting to heat up a little bit and really getting it done on the defensive end. Is a good job playing in the passing lane. The steal, they didn't call it, so it's not a foul. And the last three by Davis gets it back from Parker, so her second assist to Davis. No one finds the shooter, and she's able to knock it down as Staley has jumped out to a 15-point advantage in his first half.
Yeah, Caitlin Davis there now with 2 3-pointers in this game, both here in the second quarter, as it's now at 15-point advantage. And we talked about Staley's defense really playing well. Now it seems like the offense is kind of feeding off that defense, and they're starting to warm up a little.
Yeah, they definitely are. And then both teams really started out slowly, and I think Staley understood, hey, we can step up the intensity on the defensive side. We can create more opportunities at the basket and to getting out in the transition, and they've done just that, especially the last 3 minutes of this second quarter.
Again, the Staley Falcons, North Kansas City Hornets, Staley fans here at beautiful Staley High School. What a tremendous facility this is. Great place to watch a basketball game.
Yeah, the fans starting to pile in. We got the boys game coming up after this. Oak Park versus Staley. It's going to be a good one.
Number 1 versus number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one. Cayenne Evans and his squad for the Falcons, Larry Parker, Caden Fish, and Oak Park, Corbin Allen. It's going to be a good basketball game, so make sure you guys stay tuned and watch that after this.
And the Hornets of North Kansas City down 18-3. They have yet to score here in the second quarter, trying to get something going. Another take by Waynett. She's had tough luck as she's done a terrific job. I mentioned that several times of taking it to the hoop, but not there as Dee Dee Newton came up with a rebound, and she's fouled, and it'll be a non-shooting foul, so the Hornets will take it out of bounds. Hornets again trying to get something going here offensively. And it has been a difficult task against this Staley Falcons defense.
Yeah, we've seen some good activity out of Dee Dee Newton, the freshman for North Kansas City, as well as Estes. Just unable to get the shots to fall.
One thing I would imagine, Michael, is that fatigue becomes a factor too, because they're working so hard against this defense to get open.
Yeah, long possessions, as this one was wound down to the 22nd mark.
And Staley looking to throw a second quarter shutout here as North Kansas City is yet to score in the second quarter. We're under 10 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and missed shot. Estes comes over the rebound. State gets it to Waynett. Waynett up off the glass.
Oh, wow.
And
they call a charge.
Caitlin Davis goes to the floor and a little shaken up, but now she might be able to read her lips there. I'm all right.
Well, take a look right here. Waynett come through and wow, that's a bang play. I didn't think she got set or got her shoulder squared. The official gives her it, and she earned that one, right?
Well, she may have stuck her hip out and got it, and that's going to be the end of the second or the first half of play. Second quarter is over as Staley leads North Kansas City. Deion Clisso has more from the sidelines.
We're here with Coach Bennett, and I know that zone was tough. You flashed a couple times early and got some, and then now the shots are starting to fall. Just got to stay patient with that, don't you?
Yeah, just our pace. You know, our tempo is what we kind of pride ourselves on. So if we can't play with the pace, we sometimes have a stall-out moment. So we just got to find ways to get shots to fall, get the right person to shot, and keep the ball moving.
Defensively, they've attacked the basket a little more. They haven't fallen for them. How do you feel like your defense is falling?
Well, we need plays just like you just saw. We need that charge. We need more people willing to do that. And we get that, the drives are going to be less and less. And so we just need to have better principles behind that drive.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Deion, thank you very much. Again, Coach Mike Bennett, the head coach of the Staley Falcons, who have an 18-3 lead on North Kansas City at halftime here at Staley High School.
Welcome back to the Hy-Vee Game of the Week. I talked with Coach Lacey from North Kansas City in the break, and all things considered, he's pretty happy with the effort of his team defensively. They've taken Staley out of what they wanted to do, and he said they were 1 of 13, and 9 of those shots were 3 feet of the basket. So if they can get a few of those to go down, get the confidence level up, and his young team can gain that confidence.
Thank you, Dion. And again, we are underway. We're getting ready to start the second half as we are underway. North Kansas City trying to get some offense going. Jeff Lacey, the head coach, as Staley, that 18-3 lead as we begin the third quarter here at Staley High School. A little give and go, and Wellman had a nice, almost a look, and now the throw, just Kinsey doing, tossing one up toward the basket, and that ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Staley basketball. But what Dion said, Michael, is from the coach relaying what the coach's thoughts were, just what we saw. They played pretty good defense, North Kansas City, got some looks, just couldn't get it in.
Yeah, got some great looks and great activity. We talked about Dee Newton. We saw her on the floor to start the first half. Second half, I'm sorry, but just in and out. Literally a lot of shots going in and out of the rim for North Kansas City. Let's see if they're able to make up for that if we have a double dribble out top.
Well, just like that, a turnover against Staley, and Mike Bennett didn't like that as his team that 15-point advantage. And again, only 1 field goal in this game for North Kansas City. That was a 3-pointer by Macy Willman back in the first quarter. North Kansas City shut out in the second quarter. And trying to get something going offensively, and they turn it over. Lizzie Bain comes up with a loose ball. She'll push it up for the Falcons of Staley. London Parker. Parker, nice pass down low, and then they dish it way back out. Here's Pickens. Kaylin Davis, 2 threes in the second quarter. Now Pickens will take the 3 off the front of the rim. North Kansas City, another opportunity.
And we saw some good defense from North Kansas City in that first half. Just a few plays offensively that really opened it up as Staley able to get in those passing lanes and create easy opportunities on the offensive end.
Yeah, Staley's really made the Hornets work on offense as another good look, and they just can't get the ball to fall.
Yeah, Kenzie Doolin that time, good job penetrating, just short on the layup attempt.
On the baseline, and we've got bodies crashing to the floor, and that's going to be a foul against North Kansas City as Ava Pickens will go to line to shoot 2 for Staley. Second personal foul against Dee Newton. Pickens, who I was just going to say, is 4 for 4 at the line, misses her first free throw.
See the old announcer's jinx before you even said it.
I was going to say it.
The universe heard you.
Wow, in and out, but the rebound comes down to Davis, and Parker the 3.
Uh-oh.
London Parker, the high-arching left-handed three-pointer, her first 3 of the game, and she has 7 points.
And Kansas City, remember this young woman's name, London Parker. I'm telling you, will be one of the next top players out of the Kansas City area. Only a freshman, but her AAU squad, 8th grade this summer, played up and won the 16 and under divisions in a lot of tournaments all over the country, already getting Division I looks.
Another turnover against North Kansas City. There's London Parker, and that's London with a Y, Londyn. And that's a unique name, but there's 2 Londons on this team. London Cage, a junior, she spells her name the exact same way. Falcons, Davis out front. She's been hot. And here's Parker again, this time on the back side of the iron, and here come the Hornets trying to push the ball up court. Newton inside. She's got the good look off the glass and in. Yes.
Well, it's a great entry pass into Newton. Did a good job of pushing her defender up the lane, catching it, gathering it, and then going up strong off the glass to put North Kansas City up on the board.
Bame here on the right side. Does it seem like the Hornets are starting to try to push the ball a little more as, oh boy, but Pickens hits the 3.
Yeah, I think that'd be to their advantage. Try to get down and not allow Staley to set up. Their defense is really good in the half court. They do a great job of helping recovery.
Staley now up 27-5. So we're under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dee Newton, who just scored, the second field goal of the game for North Kansas City. Kylie Estes, who's worked so hard to try to get a basket, now she's called for traveling in the lane.
Yeah, we've seen Estes get into the lane a few times, but not looking to shoot, looking to pass more, especially when she gets into the middle of the paint. I know Coach would love to see her get some shots up off the glass, because if you can't shoot, you can't score. And Estes does a great job of penetrating, just not getting shot attempts.
I talked about them pushing the ball a little more. It's also resulted perhaps in some more turnovers as well, getting ahead of themselves. Falcons, Staley trying to stay hot here. They're out to a good start here in the second half. Here's another three. And that is Caroline Ray, her first three of the game. We haven't even mentioned her name. And Caroline Ray, 5'5" senior, another left-handed shooter for this Staley team.
Yeah, we've seen the top of the key and the middle of the zone be soft spots for Staley, and they're taking advantage of it. This time Ray coming over, no hesitation, right into the shot and knocks it down. As the senior for Staley putting them up to a big lead so far.
Now there's 4:09 left to go in the third quarter, and this has been pretty much all Staley from the very beginning as North Kansas City struggled to score. Even so, Staley got off to a slow start offensively, but they have just continued to get hot. And remember, we got more basketball coming your way later tonight in the Hy-Vee game of the week. Oak Park versus Staley. That's #1 Staley against #2 Oak Park. What an early season matchup that is. And again, our rankings presented by our good friends at 810 Varsity. Doing a lot of legwork there as Lizzie Boehm comes up with a steal, and then she's fouled on her way to the hoop. Good defense again. That foul against Jocelyn Timmermeyer.
Yeah, we've seen Lizzie Boehm. She's just doing it all on the floor, especially on the defensive side.
Hasn't scored, 4 points in this game. One missed three-pointer. A little short on that first free throw. I mentioned in the pregame show about she's a great scorer. She can shoot, but she's just kind of that spark plug player too. Even when she's not scoring, she's doing something else.
Exactly, contributing to the game, especially on the defensive end, knocking down the free throws as well.
Now Staley, that big lead in that man-to-man defense, pressuring out front. London Parker all over Macy Willman. Two freshmen going at it, and Jocelyn Timmermeyer steps on the baseline. Lizzie Boehm coming out of the game. Didn't seem to want to come out of the game.
No, she didn't.
She is fun to watch. So we may see a lot more substitutions. Addie Hotchkiss now back in, the 5'7" junior, replacing Boehm. Parker double team down low, and she throws it away. Here's a long court pass down the other way to Newton. Newton off the glass, not there. Check that. It was not Newton. And things picking up a little bit here, and another turnover, this one against Staley. Good look at Caroline Ray, who just hit that three moments ago. Good 28-5. Staley on top. Kylie Estes looking for some help from her teammates. They'll back it out. And Macy Willman. Willman with a three way back in the first quarter. Dee Dee Newton over double dribble.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Thought she's caught her off the dribble. I'm sorry, off the bounce, but gets called for the double dribble. And we see a little change in the defense for North Kansas City, back to a 1-2-2 as Staley got hot in this third quarter from deep, trying to get out to the shooters.
And crossing over and then in the lane, Holloway. Nice pass and nice shot. Lauren Holloway with the bucket. Her first two of the game. 6-foot senior.
Penetration and kick. Holloway, nice 10-foot jump shot right there, knocking it down.
2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Staley Up by 25 points. Macy Willman working so hard to get something going. Edie Newton, Kylie Estes. Willman, she likes. She's got some long-range ability. She'll take that look from way out there.
Yeah, they got to get something going towards the basket right now. Running their offense, but got to get a shot.
A spin move by Willman, and she is fouled on her way to the bucket. And that foul against Addie Hotchkiss, number 13. There's a good look at Macy Willman, who will be at the line. Again, the young freshman has 3 points in this game.
Knocks down that first free throw.
Her first trip to the line tonight, and Lizzie Boehm and Caitlin Davis back into the game now for Staley. Macy Willman, again, a three-pointer way back in the first quarter. The only field goal in the first half for the Hornets. And now she has 5 points in this game. 5 of the 7 total for her team. Wide open in that right side corner. Caroline Ray, her second three-pointer of the third quarter.
Well, nice looking left-handed stroke out of Ray. She knocked it down from the top of the key earlier, and that time from the baseline, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Boehm doing a good job of finding her open. She was wide open and recognized it immediately. Now the players on the floor going after the loose ball, and the Hornets retain the possession. Good hustle from both teams.
See, this defense is just suffocating up top on ball for Staley.
Again, Macy Willman. John Landers, 5'7" junior, that's number 34 with the basketball. And gets it out to Estes. Estes with a three.
Nice. A nice penetration and kick to Estes. I mean, she can score, she can shoot. Just hasn't done it enough. That time knocking it down from the baseline.
Her first points of the game, and her first points are a three-pointer. Boehm in the lane and tries to split the defense, but she is fouled by Edie Newton.
Take a look at the last bucket. Good penetration and kick. Estes loads it up and knocks it down.
That had to feel good for her after struggling to get the ball in the hoop in the first half. But Lizzie Boehm at the line, shooting two for Staley. Now 2 of 3. There's a good look at Kylie Estes. Boehm hits both free throws, and 25-point advantage now for Staley.
30 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Let's see if North Kansas City can get a shot at the bucket. I'm sure they will hold for the last shot of the quarter.
Macy Willman out front with the basketball. Boehm on her. Good pressure defense, and now a nice take, and the floater in the lane just won't go. Rebound, Falcons. Staley with a chance. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. 8 seconds. Down to 6, 5, and that pass picked off. And Willman will get one more shot, and that's going to be way too short, and that is the end of the third quarter from Staley High School. The Staley Falcons leading North Kansas City 35-10. Back with the start of the final fourth quarter coming up after this. Hy-Vee proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics, and you are watching Hy-Vee Game of the Week from Staley High School. I'm Leon Liebel along with Michael Watson. As we're headed to the fourth quarter, the Staley Lady Falcons leading North Kansas City 35-10. And despite that big margin in this game, the Hornets have actually starting to find a little offense.
Yeah, they are, and they're doing it really penetrating and kicking, finding a shooter. You see Estes right there knocking down the three before the end of that third quarter. I think if they're able to just get shots up, I mean, it's literally getting shot attempts, and it's difficult against this Staley Falcons defense. They're really hounding the ball, especially on the perimeter, making it difficult to get any good looks at the basket.
Staley will have the first possession to start the fourth quarter. Again, leading 35-10. Caitlin Davis on that right side. And Staley's got so many weapons from the outside. So many people can shoot the three. There's Ava Pickens taking it to on the baseline. And that shot altered from behind, and Hornets with it. Willman, the little floater in the lane, gets her own rebound. Nice look again. There's a 12-foot jumper as Jocelyn Timmermeyer couldn't hit it. But Timmermeyer, the hustle back, comes up with the interception. Good hustle and great defense.
That was great hustle that time. Didn't hang her head after she missed the shot. Got back on the defensive end, able to come up with the steal.
Again, just underway, fourth quarter action. Staley Falcons trying to improve to 5-2. We have a traveling call against North Kansas City. Dee Newton comes back into the game for North Kansas City. Jeff Lacey, the head coach of the Hornets. Lizzie Bame will bring it up. London Parker, they're trying to find an opening in that right side corner. Davis, maybe she's going to pop that one.
Yeah, we've seen Davis and Ray get it going in that third quarter.
There she is. She's open. She takes it and doesn't make it. But right there with the follow is Ava Pickens.
And one thing people don't realize is how difficult it is to rebound out of a zone. You're so busy watching the player in your area. And when the ball goes up, you kind of lose sight of your man. And that time, an easy bucket for Pickens.
Ava Pickens now at 9 points in the game. Hornets trying to get something here, and Willman again with the three. Probably are going to have to start taking some shots.
You got to. Can't be running the offense too much. You got to get some shots on goal. Shout out to the World Cup.
Yeah, what do you do if you're a coach here in this situation? You're Jeff Lacey. I mean, you don't want to get out of your offense too much, but you still kind of like try to get back into the game.
Well, basketball players, you got to play. I mean, when you're down this much, an offensive set is not going to get you back in. So you got to go out there and try to create for yourselves and for your teammates. We're seeing a little bit of that from Macy Willman, able to get some shots up, as well as Jocelyn Timmermeyer.
Wayne throws it in, and Wayne gets it back. She'll take it to the baseline where she's double teamed and just ripped away from her, but Holloway was out of bounds. You see right there, good defense.
Yeah, great defense, but she just happened to be out of bounds. That was good help and recover. We talked about Staley. Their ability to help and recover defensively is a real reason they're up like they are and why they're ranked 13th right now.
Willman trying to get it inside to Dee Newton, and a little too high and outside, and that's out of bounds, and it'll be Staley basketball. 37-10, Staley on top. Just under 6 minutes now left to go in the fourth quarter. This has been all Falcons as they get out the early lead and then really started warming up second, third quarter. And they get so many people can shoot on the outside, like Caitlin Davis, who has a couple of threes. She misses. Caroline Ray with a nice hustle there on the far side, saves it from going out of bounds.
And the ball movement is just superb out top for North Kansas City, not allowing the zone to get set or put any pressure on the ball.
Really working that right side corner with Davis over there, but North Kansas City doing a nice job of stopping her. Now Parker, a little high, but how about that catch from Lizzie Bame? Kind of fun watching Staley just work the ball around against this zone defense. Parker in the lane.
And they're doing a good job of being patient offensively.
In Bame, Caroline Ray, she can shoot the three. Nice entry pass to Holloway, back to Ray. almost a little bit of a triangle offense they were running there against that zone. And traveling call against North Kansas City. Macy Willman trying to go quick to the hoop. So it'll be Staley basketball again. Caroline Ray and Lizzie Boehm in the backcourt.
We saw a good defensive possession that last time by North Kansas City, getting the steal at the top of the key. So it works, but you still have to put pressure on the ball as London misses that one.
Addie Hotchkiss back into the game for Staley. As there's Caroline Ray. And the foul on Lauren Holloway, her third foul. And we got a timeout. Staley calls a full timeout here. What would Michael Bennett want to be talking to his team about right now?
I think you're still working on your game, especially against a zone. You don't know when you're going to face a zone, and so now you have an opportunity to go out there and run your offense against their zone. You see he's drawn up on the board, and he's right at the high post. Like, we have to attack the high post inside out, inside out. That is what's opened up their shooters, especially in that second and third quarter, that really opened up this game.
Now, the last two possessions, they have had difficulty getting an open look, even though they've worked the ball really well.
Exactly, and that's the reason for his timeout. Constantly coaching, no matter what the score is, understanding we're not just playing for this game, we're playing for the next game. When we play a tougher opponent, are we able to execute? Are we able to play with the lead? And that's a difficult thing to teach any team, how to play with the lead, how to value every possession. And so that's what Coach Bennett is talking about here in his timeout.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Jeff Lacey was really encouraging his players. They come out of that timeout, giving some fist bumps and telling them to hang in there.
Get some shots up.
Yeah.
Shoot it. I don't care if it's backwards. Get some shots up on the glass. Dee Newton, she's doing a good job of crashing the boards for North Kansas City, but you got to get some shot attempts up.
Yeah, coming out of that defense, they get a little half-court trap here. Staley knocks it out of bounds on the far side. And the Hornets will retain possession. Leanna Waynett out front, the 5'4" senior. Now back to the freshman Willman. Estes, they're not really a sense of urgency trying to get that shot off as Newton gets it inside, but she is fouled. I think that's going to be Holloway's fourth personal.
Yeah, I think
Holloway.
When you have a young team like this, they don't understand the sense of urgency and what it's really about when you have to get some shots up. And Coach Lacey has to kind of coach them up and through that learning curve. There's a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this North Kansas City team.
Wayne gets it out to Willman, and she's looking inside. She kills her dribble. Kylie Estes. Falcons of Staley certainly not stepping out the gas here defensively. Great pressure. Estes another three. Gets her own rebound. Looking for an and one there. It did not quite go, as we've said very often tonight for this team. The shots just rolling off the rim. Kylie Estes a good line to shoot two. Her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Get one more shot. Caitlin Davis, by the way, committed the foul as Ava Pickens back into the game now for Staley. Well, the Hornets have had struggle scoring tonight. The effort has been there.
For sure. And that's really what it's about, because you'll get better. Shots will fall. But if the effort isn't there, not going to matter, especially on the defensive end. They do a great job pushing the ladies to points, but Staley's done a great job of knocking down threes as well.
Kylie Estes now with 4 points, all scored in the second half. Caroline Ray out front for Staley with that basketball. They'll work it around that zone defense. And Ray can shoot the three. So can Ava Pickens. And wow, what a closeout over there on that left side corner. No whistle. Under 2.5 minutes now left to go in this game. Estes in the lane. The floater off the rim, not there. As Caitlin Davis comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, good move in the lane, and we've seen it just short on the little baby hook.
It was 18-3 at halftime. 37-11 right now, so Staley has more than doubled their total in the second half. Ava Pickens directing traffic. Oh, nice pass inside. Now trying to get something back out for a three maybe, but Hornets again doing a good job of recovering. Here's a three.
Nice.
Lizzie Bame.
Yeah, Lizzie Bame that time working the ball around the zone. That time able to knock that one down from deep.
Her first three of the game, and she's in double figures, 10 points. Lizzie Bame, and kind of a, I guess you would call it a quiet 10 points, but
yeah.
40-11 now. Caitlin Davis, big smile on her face, even though she was called for the foul. Minute 21 left to go in this game. The Staley Falcons on their way to improving their record to 5-2 pre-Christmas schedule. Back when you played high school basketball, those games before Christmas always seemed they were important, but things really got going after the holidays.
Yeah, it really didn't start until the William Jewell tournament. Oh, big shot.
And that was
Lena Wayne able to knock that one down from the corner.
And that's a nice effort from her, and kind of glad to see the Hornets get something going here a little bit. Maybe a little too late, obviously, but 40-14 as we're down to 35 seconds left in this game. Wayne it again, the three.
Nice, same spot, same shot. And you wonder where that's been all game. She's been running the point for North Kansas City. A super quick first step, but we're seeing her shooting prowess now.
She's now the leading scorer in this game for the Hornets with 6 points. 14 seconds. Staley can just run the clock out here, see if they take a shot. Working that baseline. Bame, well, yeah, she'll take the three. A little too deep. Davis with the rebound, the follow, and she's fouled. It's amazing how many left-handed shooters are on this Staley team.
Exactly. It's a lot of left-handed shooters, and the prettiest shot are from left-handers, and we've seen Davis as well as Ray for the Staley knocking down from deep.
You were right-handed, right?
Yeah. So my shot wasn't as pretty. It was just efficient.
Oh, it was pretty good.
It was just efficient. You don't even need to be pretty. Just be efficient.
As long as it goes through that net.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Davis, it's 1 of 2 on the free throws, and it's that's going to do it. That's the end of this basketball game as the Staley Falcons win it over North Kansas City. The final score 41-17 is Michael Bennett. His team, there's Jeff Lacey, the head coach of North Kansas City. The teams congratulating each other, and again, a tough start here with this Hornets basketball team of North Kansas City. Two coaches shaking hands. But Mike Bennett, his team is off to a pretty good start this season. I think he's got to like his offensive weapons he has. And the defense.
Yeah, for sure. Good job. We've seen London Parker for Staley.
Seemed like deep. Hey, I think we're going to go down to Dion Clisso for more. Dion, what do you got for us?
I'm here with Ava Pickens, and it was a tough game early on to get past that zone, but in the second half, you guys really moved the ball around and knocked down some shots. That kind of opened things up.
Yeah, for sure. Moving the ball really helped our defense, and we played really well as a team tonight.
Defensively, they had a few shots they missed that helped you out a little bit, but you guys still were pretty tough on them.
Thank you. I think we really tried to get in the gaps and close out on defense, and I think that helped us out too.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dion, thank you. That's Ava Pickens, 9 points, 1 rebound, and she had one of those 3-pointers for the Staley Falcons. And there it is, 41-17 the final. We'll back with more after this. And back at Staley High School, where the Staley Lady Falcons have just defeated North Kansas City 41-17. Leon Liebel along with Michael Watson. And Michael, again, a game really I think Staley dictated with their starting with their defense.
Yeah, they definitely did. Came out and we saw what they do defensively on the perimeter, causing a lot of turnovers, and then they just opened it up from three, and it was good night, Irene.
Yeah, it was a tough night for the North Kansas City Hornets, but Staley Lady Falcons improving to 5-2 as they come up with that victory over North Kansas City. For our director, Joe Novacek, my partner, Michael Watson, our sideline reporter, Dion Clisso, I'm Leon Liebel from Staley High School. We'll be back with more basketball later tonight.